Hi, everybody. So, if you have ever gotten on testosterone or estrogen, either of the hormone therapies, you'll know that it's pretty hard to get on it in the first place. So, my first appointment to get on testosterone was originally September 19th of 2017. And I had to reschedule that because I had two different tests that I had to study for that following week. I'm a college student, double majoring, so it's pretty important, obviously. And I decided, my studies were more important than that. So I decided to go a few months later, which thankfully there was an opening. And so I got on testosterone on December the 6th of 2017. So 4 months down the road, I'm still on testosterone, but there was a bit of a break in between that. There was about like 2 weeks that I didn't have testosterone. So I go to the Health and Wellness Center here on campus to get my injections. I'm not like afraid of needles or anything. I am visually impaired, so it's really hard for me to like tell that I got the amount of testosterone right in the syringe. So I go there, and I decided that I wanted to finally do it myself because I thought that was kind of like a rite of passage as a trans person. So I tried to draw up the needle myself, and uh, I got it prepared, and I was trying to draw up the testosterone, which it's a really thick medicine. So I thought what would be smart would just to be like um, how I was doing it was to like sit down while I was doing it and try drawing it up then because my arms were getting tired, and so were my legs because I was standing up while I was doing this. So the testosterone bottle slipped from the needle that I was trying to draw up, and the bottom of the bottle cracked open, and testosterone was leaking everywhere. So I was freaking out, trying to like uh, repair the bottle by putting tape on the bottom and putting it upside down in the little box that it comes in. So I took it to the nurse later that day, and I told her what happened, and she was like, "Well, there's probably not enough for your next injection next week, so go ahead and like call in a refill, but we'll see." So she gave me my injection then, and or actually, she didn't give it to me. She drew up the testosterone for me, and I injected it myself. So I did get to inject it myself. I just didn't get to draw it up because blind people problems. So anyway, I um, I injected it myself into my tattoo that I have, and I went on my merry way. And I didn't think anything of it, like the bottle. I didn't care to check on it until that next week. So I came into the clinic, and while my nurse was drawing it up, she said there was no more testosterone in the bottle. So it had been almost a week since I had called for the refill, so I had to call the clinic again that I go to, and they said that they were going to refill it. So I called my pharmacy, and they're like, "Oh, we haven't gotten anything back from your doctor." So I kept having to call back and forth. And what happened was I was supposed to meet up with like a cardiologist and an ophthalmologist because that was part of the deal with my doctor. Aside from the fact that like I have some health problems, and she just wanted to like get that checked, make sure testosterone's not affecting that. And I had to cancel them because I was stuck in Pennsylvania. That's a fun story. But I was stuck in there for like 2 weeks, and so I had to cancel them. Obviously, I wasn't going to be able to make it, and I never rescheduled them. I thought it would be okay, and so the assistant that called me is like, "You need to reschedule these, or your doctor won't refill the prescription." So I got that taken care of, and then like 2 more days of this calling back and forth. Finally got my testosterone a day later that I'm on my injection days, which are Wednesdays. Um, so yeah, I went technically a week, but like I missed 2 testosterone shots because of this bullshit. Um, it's just really annoying because, you know, you wouldn't leave someone with diabetes hanging for their insulin. If they ran out, you would get to them immediately. It's the same principle. And it's actually, you know, kind of the same uh, medical urgency. Like, yeah, they need insulin to live, but like trans people need their medicine to like be able to live comfortably too. So I'm not like putting my needs above someone who has diabetes, but it's not a perfect metaphor, but you know, it's the one that I've been using just because I've been so angrily waiting for my testosterone. Finally got it. My best friend took me to the pharmacy on that day, and I was really not optimistic about getting the testosterone that day just because of my luck that had been going on for the past 2 weeks. But he like went through the little drive-through thingy and was like, it's under my last name, and they said it was under Mordecai for the first time, so that was great. And it was in, and I was just crying in the passenger seat, and probably got some strange looks from the counter person, but whatever. If she only knew the struggle. So I got my testosterone. He drew it up for me in the parking lot of the pharmacy, and I injected it myself, and it felt so great. So, moral of the story, be careful with your estrogen or your testosterone, or any medicine for that matter, because you never know when you're going to get your refill. It's a pain. It shouldn't have to be a pain, but the healthcare system in America is not that great. And, you know, some people just don't understand medical needs like they should. So, don't be like me. Don't think you got something and then, like, try to do something yourself and fail miserably. Make sure that, like, you know how to do what you're supposed to do before you attempt it so you don't run out of the medicine that you need desperately.